completely. Based on this session, I'd estimate your band score would be somewhere around 6.5 to 7.
So let's start with a IELTS speaking mock test. You should have to behave as like my teacher. You should not interrupt any of my answer. Just you should ask me the questions one by one, and after the mock is over, you will have to give me a overall overview about my interview, such as what would be my estimate band score. You have to predict, and what should my English proficiency level, what is the mistakes, and how can I improve it. Do you understand? You have to ask me some questions, like there would be three parts. In part one, you have to ask me some questions, about 10 to 12 questions, depending on my personal issues. And then in part two, you will have to give me a cue card. And then in part three, you have to ask me some more questions regarding the cue card. Do you understand?
I understand. I will act as an IELTS examiner, ask you the standard questions in 3 parts, and then provide detailed feedback at the end. We can begin whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Could you tell me your
Let's start.
Could you tell me your full name, please?
Well, my name is Tushar Bhuya, but you can address me as Tushar.
Thank you, Tushar. First, let's talk about your hometown. Where are you from?
Well, I am from the district of Madaripur, located in the southern part of Bangladesh. It's a dazzling city with greenery, where it's standing beside the bank of the Podda River, and also the river of Arielka flows through the town. It's one of the most beautiful cities and cleanest cities in Bangladesh.
It sounds like a lovely place. What do you like most about living there?
Well, actually, I love the greenery and the peaceful atmosphere about my home district. Also, I mentioned you that the river Arielka flows through our town. So when I feel moody or exhausted, then I go to the river bank of the river and spend my free time when I feel very much bad, or my mind is not going well. Then I go just there and enjoy the calm atmosphere of the river.
That sounds really relaxing. Now, is there anything you would change about your hometown?
Well, first of all, there is no good educational institution in our hometown. First of all, if I could, I will change I will add a university in our home district. And also there is not a good hospital. There is one, but it's not mentored properly. So I want to establish a very well-rounded hospital in our hometown.
Those sound like very practical improvements. Now, let's talk about your daily routine. What do you usually do during the week?
Well, during my weekdays, I usually go to the university, because I'm a student of English literature. Also, as a part-time work, I teach many of my students, and it was my previous my time schedule. But currently, I am staying in French. So I have nothing to do. Just I go to the outside to enjoy the beauty of the Mediterranean Sea. I stay beside the Mediterranean Sea, and when I get time or when I feel not much good, then I go to the sea and just enjoy the beautiful scenery of the sea. And most of the time I stay at home.
That's quite a difference between your usual routine and your current situation. Now, in your opinion, what makes an effective daily routine?
Well, there is a tricky question, but I would say that some of the things that I think discipline can play a vital role in this respect, because when I was in Bangladesh, I have to maintain a very disciplined life. I think it is one of the best ways to lead a happy and peaceful life, to follow the rules of discipline and also the cleanliness. So as a Muslim, I should recommend to pray 5 times in a day, to recite Quran, and then start the daily work.
This concludes the first part of the test. Now for part 2, I'm going to give you a topic, and you'll have 1 minute to prepare, and then speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Here's your topic. Describe a skill you have learned recently. You should say what it is, why you learned it, how you learned it, and explain how you feel about the skill. You may start preparing now.
Well, I'm going to start.
You may begin speaking now.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I am learning French language and I am developing my skill in this sector. Though French language is very much difficult for me, but I am trying my level best to reach a level to speak to gain the fluency, and I am trying to learn the vocabulary and the synonyms, antonyms, and different types of animals names, fruits, vegetables, etc. And also I am going through the lifestyles of French people because I am very much inquisitive about their lifestyle, their daily activities, and this is why I am learning French language, and I think it will help me a lot because currently I'm staying in France and I have a plan to stay here, so it would be a very good decision for me because we know that language play a vital role to communicate with the people. Though English is a international language, but every time we cannot speak with each other using English where we are staying. So as I am staying in France, so I must have to learn French language. So I am trying a level best to reach a stage from where I can speak French fluently.
Thank you, Tushar. Now, let's move on to part 3 to discuss this skill further. What do you think are the most effective ways to learn a new language?
Well, there are lots of ways to learn a new language. First of all, I would recommend to watch movies or series in that language, such as when I was preparing for my IELTS exam. I used to hear the daily BBC podcast, and also I used to hear different types of English news. I read English papers, English magazines. Also, I used to watch the English movies. It would help a lot. Also, when it's when the question is about to write, and then I usually choose a topic by myself, and I start to write what else in my mind, and then speaking. I first of all, I was little bit shy. I am not much comfortable to speak with people, so I choose the AI, and it helped me a lot to acquire my fluency in English. And also, I would recommend that reading in that reading sector. I would recommend that they should much know the vocabulary as also the synonyms and antonyms as much as they can.
That's a thorough list of strategies. Now, do you think technological advances like language learning apps or translation tools have changed the way people learn languages?
Yeah, of course. Also, the technologies such as I already mentioned about the AI, it helped me a lot. I cannot tell you how it helped me. I just in 1 month and 20 days, I gained 6.5 in IELTS speaking, and it was amazing. And also, currently, I am using Duolingo to learn French. So I definitely say that technology plays a great role in the sector.
Thank you very much. That concludes our speaking test. You can stay connected and I will provide you with your results and feedback shortly.
Yeah, please give me as soon as possible.
All right, Tushar, let's talk about your performance. Overall, you did quite well. Your vocabulary was strong, you spoke with clarity, and you understood the questions completely. Based on this session, I'd estimate your band score would be somewhere around 6.5 to 7. In part 1, you provided fluent answers about your hometown and routine. Part 2 was also good, describing the skill of learning French in detail. Your thoughts on language learning with technology in part 3 were insightful. To push that score higher, try focusing on a couple of things. Sometimes the flow of your sentences could be a little smoother with more varied connecting words, and keeping an eye on small grammar mistakes, like plural endings, could improve precision. Overall, though, a really solid start. Do you have any questions about any of that?
Okay, thanks a lot.
You're very welcome, Tushar.